Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a date night makeup tutorial. I hear Billy Madison playing in my living room. Whenever I was little, I remember for Christmas my mom took me to the mall and was like, yo, what do you want? Okay, she didn't say yo, but she was like, what do you want? And I was like, I want Billy Madison on VHS, and most kids were like getting Pocahontas and Lion King, and I'm like, I just want Billy Madison because I was a cool kid. Anyways, basically I just really got inspired and really wanted to do a tutorial involving red lips. I don't know why. I don't know why I had like this epiphany and I was like, I want to do a tutorial with red lips. So I figured what better makeup tutorial to do with red lips than a than a date night makeup tutorial. And I think this is just a beautiful classic look to wear out on a date. I think it's very flattering on anyone. It doesn't matter your skin tone and things like that. I think you can pull off a red lip. More the trend pattern we're going towards is a matte red lip, and that is what I'm like obsessed with right now. So I did use Riri Woo by MAC, but I know Gerard's Fire Engine, and then you can use the MAC Lip Liner Cherry to fill in your lips and you'll end up with a matte finish. Just a couple of great alternative options. Is there any? Oh, and I went to a matte class at the Grove on Saturday, and I learned lots of cool new tricks. I'm gonna be sharing them with you. And I did a really cool face chart. I mean, she looks pretty cool, right? I'm not finished with her. Her lips are looking a little janky, but I'm gonna finish her up. But I had so much fun, and I learned so many cool things that I had no clue about in makeup. I mean, the thing is, and I took this class being a beauty blogger and have been, doing people's makeup for a long time and knowing a lot about makeup, because you can't ever be like, I already know about makeup, I don't need to take a class. You can never stop learning in makeup. That is the beauty of it. So of course I took the class and I learned so much cool stuff, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. Enough of my blabber. You guys know I have to have a little story time in the beginning of every video, but we're just gonna get started. Oh, and bonus, this is a talk through video, so it's gonna be extra long and extra juicy, full of information. Do you guys like my bun today? I need to get in focus. I've already primed my eyelids and plastered on these eyebrows. I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox primer water here and just do 3, 4, 5 spritz. Now I'm gonna go in and add my Nude Dior Skin Foundation in 030, and I'm just gonna add 2 drops of that to my face. Whenever I do a date night makeup tutorial, I normally do, or nighttime makeup tutorial, I normally wear my nicer foundation. Whoops, got a little in the hair. And yeah, I'm just gonna blend this out all over my face with a kabuki brush, and I'm just gonna grab my IT Cosmetics Flat Top Kabuki. Now what I normally do is just let all that set in my face, and I'll start working on my eyes. Getting started with our eye, I'm going to go in with Peach Smoothie and just a blending brush. I'm just going to pop this all over the crease. You can use a cream color, or you can even use a powder foundation. And this is just going to make the base less tacky, and it's going to help blend out all those other colors because we don't want no chop. Now we'll go in with Grand Stand. This is a Makeup Geek foiled pigment or foiled eyeshadow. And I'm going to take this on a shader brush. This is not even damp. This is just how the color looks. How beautiful. Now I'm going to go in with this little brush here. It's like a 217 by MAC, but this is actually a Morphe M433. It's a total dupe for that. And I'm going to go in with Cocoa Bear. If you have Brown Script by MAC, that's the same thing. This one's just a little bit cheaper. And I have it on the tip of my brush here. And I'm not going to stab right into my eye, but I'm actually going to lift the brush upward. As you can see, I'm not going like this, because I don't want that color to get down onto my lid. I want it to stay focused in the upper crease area. And we're just going to go back and forth. And you can bring it up a little over here, but I try to keep it kind of low in the front corner. Now, as simple as pie, we're going to go in with the EOS 6 brush from Sigma, which is this teeny tiny eyeliner brush. It is the bomb. And then our Inglot gel liner. We're going to wing it out. I like to do a big wing like I have on this eye. whenever I just do kind of a simple eye look and wear red lipstick. What I like to start to do is I give my eye a little tug, which helps me get a straight line on the eye. I don't necessarily recommend doing this because it's not good for your skin, but y'all know I just do whatever works. I've been doing this forever, which is probably even worse, but it works for me. So I like to just start off with a stripe like that. So whenever it comes to gel liner or any wing liner, if you go out straight, you're going to get that thinner, long wing liner. And if you go upward with your wing, you're going to get a short, fat wing. As you can see, when you come down, it's just going to be super fat. So I personally like to kind of go out a little bit. Sometimes our eyeliner just does whatever it wants to, and we end up with whatever God gives us that day. But, I mean, that happens to me like majority of the time. But I'm going to start this corner right here where my lower lash line meets, they connect, and then that creates an eyeball. But I'm going to start right there. Shoop! And as you come up, you want to, you know, get a lighter hand. That way you end up with a point and not like a blunt end. So this is the part where I start pulling again. I don't recommend pulling your eye. Do as I say, not as I do, but I give it a little tug, and I don't go to the very top of the wing, but I come right here. So I come right here and start bringing it down. And you can come straight down like that, and you're like, this looks choppy right here. So we'll go ahead and fill in the wing. So now what I like to do is, because this is a little bit choppy, is straighten it out. And now I will go and fix this area by coming up here and slowly connecting it, and then we can build up the liner right here. Because you don't ever want to start with this area being really big and fat. I'm going to take Embark by MAC. This is a super cool tone brown color. You can use Mocha by Makeup Geek, or you can use any matte brown color that's pretty dark. And I'm going to get it on the tip of my brush rather than just like digging my brush into it, just the tip. And I'm going to go to the wing, and I'm going to go like this, going upward again to create not really a cut crease look, but more just depth within the eye. This gives us more dimension. That way you can like see that crease. I'm just going to use Shimmer Shimmer by Makeup Geek. You can use any light shimmery color you have on hand. But I actually learned in matte class that if you have like a lot of space in a really big brow bone area, just go in with like a matte eyeshadow. Don't do a shimmery one, because that's all you're going to be able to see. Like when someone looks at you, they're just going to see this shimmer. But I actually talked to the dude, and I was like, no, don't tell me that. I love my shimmery highlight. He was like, no, you actually need a shimmery highlight because you don't have like a lot of space going on. See, we're learning something today. I'm going to be using MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer in NC30. I use a synthetic brush to apply this to the under eye area. And then another cool trick is you can sharpen up your wing liner with it. Like, I'm going to show you this little bump in it. You guys see that little bump right there? So annoying. We just got rid of him with the liner, but you have to have a synthetic brush to do that. Don't go in with a fluffy brush. And then I'm just going to drag out this concealer. I'm going to put just a little bit on my nose and forehead. That way everything kind of matches and flows. And now I'm just going to blend it out. I like to use my Kabuki brush, but you can use a beauty blender, your favorite brush, your fingers, your cat, your dog. I'm just kidding. I forget how much I love matte concealer until I use it again, and I'm like, oh my god, I love you so much. And now we'll go ahead and set this before it starts to get creasy and crazy. Lately I've been using this Fit Me powder foundation to set it. Normally I would never recommend using a powder foundation to set your highlight, but it's just been working out really well for me. They're normally too heavy, but I find that this one isn't. Like, it's a really good one. I'm actually going to use Blunt by MAC. This is a oldie but a darn well goodie for powder contouring. Gonna get a little bit on one edge of my brush, and I'm gonna start like in my hair, and then we're just gonna bring it down. Then we're gonna bring it up, and remember just to kind of stay in your hairline. That way, it's one of my biggest like things that I do wrong, I guess you could say. I never stay in my hairline that well. It's a bad habit of mine. In the hair. Especially for a nighttime look, you can do a heavier contour, but I definitely don't recommend doing that for any daytime look. Then I'm going to go in with this brush, my favorite brush from Morphe to do my nose with. It's a 422. And I'm just going to go right down with a little bit of that. Cat hair is all over my brushes. I'm about to have to store them in my drawers. But I'm going to go in with Warm Soul, which is one of my favorite blushes from MAC. And we're going to add to the apples of the cheek and flick backward. You don't want to actually add like a pink to your cheek or like a bright color. You just want to make your face basically look like it's more than one color, because that foundation is just going to like make your face look like it's one color. I'm going to add a highlight because I'm Laura and girl, you know I love my highlight. So I'm actually going to use this one by Becca. This one is Champagne Gold. I never use this one, and I'm not sure why I don't. Can't really see it that well on my skin. I mean, I feel like in the winter time you could, but you can a little. As far as under eye area go, Cocoa Bear, which was that warm color we used. I'm going to blend from inner to outer corner, and I'm using the 433 brush from Morphe. I go in with Embarked again, getting it all over the brush, and then I'm going to stay really close to the lash line, but with a lot of color on it. And just to blend everything out a little bit more. I'm going to add some black liner in the waterline. This is by YSL, but you can use any black liner you have on hand. Now I'm going to add a little bit of mascara. Mascara, what do you guys call it? Tomato. I just ain't up a girl. We're going to add lashes, and the lashes that I'm using today are by SLMissGlamBeauty.com, and she is such an awesome person, you guys. She's an actual YouTuber, and I'll leave her channel and Instagram down below. Her Instagram is bomb.com. Her vanity's like a fairyland. Like, you guys have got to see it. She's doing great things with her new little business of lashes and makeup brushes. They're amazing, so I definitely wanted to use these lashes, and today I'm using Dangerously Glam. They are quite beautiful. I've used them once before, but yeah, I love them. They're beautiful, beautiful lashes, super easy to apply, and I'm really impressed with them. So I definitely wanted to give her a shout out because I feel like you guys need to know about her. And I'm just going to be using my clear white lash glue by Duo, and I promise I'll let it dry before I do my intro because I always get in trouble with you guys for not letting my lash glue dry. And we're just going to pop these on. I've already trimmed them and shaped them to my eyelid, so we don't have no complications. Let's try. I'm going to go in with my favorite red lip liner, and that's Cherry by MAC. I'm going to go in with Riri Woo by MAC. And these lips are about as red as you can get them. Try and get on my teeth. Lastly, I like to just blend everything out one more time before I add my MAC Fix Plus spray or whatever setting spray you're going to use. And so now that I look completely and totally soaked, that's going to dry. But this also sets your makeup, and it like helps with every color on your face to be more enhanced. Like this highlight's going to be a little bit more enhanced. My blush had some shimmer in it. Whatever had shimmer in it, even your eyeshadow is going to be more enhanced once this stuff dries. This is an awesome product, and I think everybody should kind of invest in it. Not kinda, just do it. Just do it!